Hey all, this is Raji. I am a software programmer. So I am going to share today a few things. Okay. So first of all, why we are here? Okay. We are here to learn the way to learn a new things. Okay. Especially the new programming languages, which are keep on evolving day by day. So if you consider today's world, okay, today's especially the information technology industry, lot of multinational companies are upgrading their softwares, okay, to the advanced technologies. So which tells us clearly one thing. So previously the existing technology is going to be replaced with the advanced technologies, and so these when they are trying to upgrade the technologies, these companies will expect us to be familiar with these advanced technologies as well, right? Which makes sense. So we need to understand, or we need to have a different perspective while learning these new technologies. And learning a new technologies are very much required. Okay, there is no excuse for that, and we need to learn it. So while learning, we should have a different perspective towards these rapidly changing technologies. Okay, so how to learn a new programming language very fastly, I mean very quickly, and what is the easiest way and what is the right approach for that. Okay. So first of all, while learning any new programming language, we need to understand how the language is structured. What is the structure of that language? Once we understand the structure of the language, we need to classify the language into multiple buckets. For example, any high level language, the first thing what we need to observe is code execution. How the code is getting executed in this particular language. For example, if it is Java, Java is having two stages of code execution. The first stage is the compilation stage. The second one is the interpretation stage. So the high level language will get compiled into the bytecode. This bytecode is directly executed by the runtime environment, Java runtime environment. So it has two stages, compilation and interpretation. If we consider a different language, let's say Python. Python is having a different is having a difference compared to Java. This is having only one stage of execution. There is no compilation. The high level language, Python high level language, is directly interpreted by the interpreter. So Python is having only one stage of code execution, that is the interpretation. So we need to understand how the language is and how the code is getting executed as the first step. The second step is syntax. In any new programming language, we need to observe what is the syntax that the language is demanding from a programmer. Okay, so when I say demanding, why I am saying demanding? So a single line of statement, print statement, has certain guidelines that are defined by the language. That language is insisting on the developer to follow that guidelines. Okay, I can say rules as well. So if it is a Java, for writing a simple print statement, you cannot write wherever you want. Okay, you need to first define a file, .java file. Inside that you need to create a class. Inside that you need to define the main method, public static void main. And inside main, you need to write the simple print statement. So for writing a simple print statement, Java is insisting the developer to follow these certain guidelines. And each print statement should end with a semicolon. Okay, and it should each class should start with a brace and end with a brace. So these are the guidelines that a programming language like Java is insisting on the developer to follow. Okay, for a better results. If it is Python, Python has a different syntax. So Python is not asking us to write a class to define a method for writing a simple print statement. It has the scripting features. Python is is a scripting language, as well as we can use it for the objective oriented as well. So it has its own syntax. Python, for writing a simple class, you need not open a brace and close a brace. It has indentation. So for any statement after semicolon, if you click enter, it will come into the next line. So like Java, we are not using any braces, whereas Python has that artificial intelligence to understand from where this particular class structure starts from. So we need to understand what kind of syntax that this new programming language is demanding from us. The third one is data types and data structures. So why we need a programming language? First of all, let's take a very simple scenario. We have to, any programmer wants to process the data, handle the data. Okay, so to handle the data, we need some kind of a data types, and we need to arrange the data, organize the data. To process the data, we need data structures. So we need to observe what kind of data types that this particular new language is providing for us. Any programming language by default, some of the data types are like integers, float, decimals, characters, and strings. So these are the common default data types. Most of the languages will support. And what are the data structures? Arrays, hash tables or dictionaries, list, queues and all. So we need to observe what are the data types and data structures that are supported by this particular language. Okay. The fourth one is control flows. So okay, let's say we have a data and we are temporarily storing that data into some variables, into different kind of data structures. Now what is the next step? We need to process the data. We need to take decisions on this data. So how we can achieve that? By using the control flows. For example, let's say I have a variable named x. In x, I have stored some data value from some particular file, and I want to process this x. How I can do that? So I need to take a condition. If x value is this, I need to do some particular job.